I'm Aminur Rahman, poet from Bangladesh. I'm really happy to part in this festival to celebrate Lorca, the great poet of the world, Federico Garcia Lorca. Thank you, Leonardo, to invite me in this very spacious moment. When I traveled to Spain long back, I remember one day I decided to travel. I wanted to go to Granada, the southern part of Spain, where the Lorca lived and died. I want to feel Lorca. I want to meet him. And early in the morning, I went there just to search for Lorca. Believe me, when I was moving around the places where Lorca was living, I was feeling shiverness on my skin. I feel Lorca is around me, and he was moving with me, with his creation, with his heart, with his soul. I really felt Lorca with me that time. And what a genius poet, what a genius literary person. Only 38 years he lived in this world. And only 19, not even 19 years, he was active life in the literary world. But in this small span of life, he created such enormous, not only the poetry, even in the drama, even in the music, even in the stage performance, and even in the travelogue, Lorca the Great. When you just see the life sketch of Lorca, Federico Garcia Lorca, he wanted to be a musician in his early life. He wanted to be pianist. And his piano teacher, I remember the Antonio Segura, who inspired him to become a musician. And he wanted to. But when the teacher, Segura, died, the full life of Lorca had changed. And he shifted to different world of play, drama, stage drama, poetry. His first book came in, I think, in 1918, and that is not the poetry book. That was the travelogue. And his first book in 1921, it was the Libro de Poemas, which is the first poetry book of Lorca. And you understand, the first turn of his life after the Segura died, that was the first turn of his life. He moved to in poetry, drama, stage drama, and all kinds of things. That was the very first distinct life differentiation of Lorca. Then he involved with Salvador Dali, the great painter of the world. 2021 to 2028, I think. That was the time. He was very close to Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali and he lived together, and they did so many work. Even the stage, Salvador Dali made the stage for Lorca. And in 1928, his first book, his most famous book, in fact, not the first, his famous poetry book, Romancero Gitano, Gypsy Ballad, is published. That was the second turn of his life. And and he was so active in drama, stage drama, poetry, all through, and music and painting. Because of it is, you understand, the friend of Salvador Dali, and how good he was in painting too. He went to the New York, and that time it was not a good time for Lorca, but he didn't like it, I think. But his another turn of his life came after the New York journey. He wrote one of the very important book of his life, that is Poet in New York, and which is a different poetry. It is a surrealism. He's in his poetry. The surrealism came in, and he after that he made some drama also in that direction. That is another turn of his life, that he came back and returned back to home. I think that was the most saddest part, when he came back to the country. And after that, I think he just lived for a few years. He was made comedy, drama, stage performance, writing poetry, and that time political situation was not good. And he was living there in the Granada. People say to move from there to Madrid and other places, but he didn't want to move from there, from his birthplace. And that was he was killed over there. We don't know the date, maybe the 18th of August or 19th of August or 17th of August. But he was killed over there. And a great creation, the great creator of literature, just left us. If Lorca can be a musician, he could be a great musician like Beethoven and other. If he wanted to be a painter, he could be a very good painter like Salvador Dali. He's a creator of drama. He is a creator of poetry. Lorca is a person, just only 38 years of life, only active creative life is 17, 18, 19 years. And he created an enormous world of literature, enormous world of art and culture and the drama and the literature, poetry. And we are admiring him. Lorca, where you are, we are celebrating you. Your creations, you are not dead, you are with us. You will be with us for long years. When the civilization will continue, we'll remembering you, your creations in poetry, drama, music, all these places. You are always with us. When I just traveled to Granada, you were with me. Still, you are with me. And I'm really, really privileged to get one mug. But that mug was signature by Lorca and the sketches by Lorca. And every morning when I just drinking coffee on that mug, I'm remembering more Lorca almost every day. Lorca, the great poet of the world. He will be peace in rest and peace wherever you are. The Lorca, we are with you. We are celebrating you. We are celebrating your creations. Long live Lorca's creature. Long live Lorca. Viva la poesía.